So I've never done anything like this before. But I'm seeing people doing it on a daily basis, and it's basically walking and talking about what's happening in the world. So I thought, well, why not? Be good therapy. So here I am, the new world walker with my little sidekick, Giz, or Gizmo. And here we have some horses on a beautiful February morning stroke afternoon. Horses loving life. Here they come. And they will come and say hello, they normally do. These are the good things. This is the good things in life, people. Hello. 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 What's your name? We'll get out in nature, people. Giz wants to say hello, don't you? You want to say hello? Horses, amazing creatures. Making friends. Come on then. Let's go. So, anyway, yeah. Thought I'd do this and see where it takes us. As you can see there, a couple of aeroplanes doing what old type aeroplanes used to do. There's another one. It's weird, isn't it? How on some days they do normal things, and on other days they do not so normal things. Ask no questions, get told no lies. So yeah, it's a bit mad, isn't it, the last few years? Well, about 5 years really, since I really started asking more and more questions about what is going on in this circus we live in. I've not long got back from a little weekend breakaway that me and the missus had. We went to Budapest. Amazing place. Loads of interesting people, interesting buildings, old world architecture really, that just blows your mind. The fun and games started in the air, but actually on the aeroplane really, but I just want to talk about airports in general and how the reflection really on society as a whole, where sort of every man for himself, isn't it? In an airport, you know, everyone's just literally in their own little bubble, you know, pushing people out the way to get to their flight or their departure gate, and there's no real communication from people. Everyone's just literally either got headphones on or on laptops and just doing their own thing. And they're very depressing places, I find. I don't know what you think, but I think they're really depressing. I mean, I've got loads of things I want to talk about in time, but obviously I'm new to this, so I'm a little bit dipping my toe in, if you like, initially, just to see where and how far I can push it, because I know, obviously, watching some other guys excuse me, my throat is a little bit croaky, I think, from the flight. Watching other people's YouTube channels, and they have to be really careful on the things that they say, and you know, they get bans here and there, don't they? So I'm just sort of going to do it in, you know, down low terms initially, see where it goes. But I find that you've got to get out in nature, whatever you're going through or whatever you're feeling. Get out in the open space, and especially on a day like this where you can just take it all in. I mean, where I am now is about 15 minutes from where I live, and it's just a different world. But yeah, airport. So when we got on the plane, we obviously took our seats, and everyone's fighting each other to get stuff in the overhead lockers, and it's just mad, isn't it? It's just the way people just go nuts. It was an early morning flight, so there wasn't many people who were drinking, I don't think, that were on the flight. But anyway, yeah, we had our seats and we're waiting, and maybe about, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, excuse me, seats down on the right-hand side. There was one empty seat, so I'm thinking, this guy's thinking, oh, he's right. Laughing here, got like 2 seats and I can just like chill out. Lo and behold, this woman gets on. And the missus was on the outside. I was in the middle of the aisle. She nearly took the missus's head off with her ass. It was like huge. She was a big girl. Again, obviously, I don't know why was she a big girl. She got some sort of debilitating disease, which, you know, has aided in her better being so big, or is she just like food? I don't know. But anyway, she was big. I'd say probably 25 plus, and she sat next to this guy. The fella was devastated, you could see it. Like, anyway, about an hour into the flight, it's like a 2.5 hour flight, give or take. About an hour into the flight, the hour bell goes. She was having difficulty breathing, so they had to get the air, gas and air for her to help her out. So that was about an hour in. Probably about 50 minutes before we were due to land, all hell broke loose. And the first time ever on a flight that I've been on over the Tannoy, is there a doctor on the plane? I'm thinking, oh, we're diverting here. We are diverting. Anyway, there's a few people on there. I don't think they were doctors, I think they were nurses, to be fair. So we went over to her, and they had to help her out, gas and air and all that, and they sort of stayed with her the duration of the flight. Right, I'm just coming up to a main road where I've got to put the dog on the lead, so I'll be back in 2 minutes.